Hey, top 5 fun facts of the day. Wanted to start with, hey, happy Friday, everyone. It's August 14th, 2026, but that's what's cooking for today. Hey, guys, this is my 140th live stream, 330th episode of Tola Talk. So I said, let's have some fun with this. 5 fun facts. I'll give you a fact. It's not fun. Today's day 168 of the Iran conflict. Not very fun, but we'll get to that. But first, the ABCs, the all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. How'd you do today? Well, getting the 3 checks. Slept well, worked out. I did a short workout today. Remember, 2%, 30 minutes. I did a quick, hard 30 minutes, did well, and ate well. Apple, eggs, kale. Kept it light this morning. So again, feeling good. And here's the deal. If you're not working out today, today's the best day of the week not to work out. We said Monday is the best day to get you started. You want to make that the most important day. I think Friday's the day where if you want to take a day off, take it on Friday, not the weekend. But this will give you a little break. If you got the four days of workouts in, you did great. So keep it going. That's crucial. You guys know my belief. All right, let's do this. It's going to be a quick show today. It's pouring rain here in Indianapolis. Not sure what's going on in your neck of the woods. Oh, I remember that. Al Roker used to say that back in the day. All right, here's number 1. According to Nielsen Media Research, I like this one, Seinfeld. You guys remember Seinfeld debuted on July 5th, 1989. It was a 23-minute pilot called The Seinfeld Chronicles. But here we go. Jerry Seinfeld, Elaine Benes, George Costanza, Cosmo Kramer. Well, here's the good news. Nielsen says that 60 million Americans have watched Seinfeld episodes in the past 6 months, the first 6 months of the year. I think that's awesome, man. That show goes back. Those days were quite good in 1989. All right. Number 2, what color is your car? Well, did you know that 80% of cars today are grayscale? That means they're either black, white, gray, or silver. 80%. Well, let me give you the rundown. White is 26%. That's the most popular color. Black is 23%, the second most popular. Gray is 23%, so they're about the same, slightly below. Blue is at 9%, silver is at 8%. Red, I drive a red car. What's the name of that red? Soul Red, it's called. And green is 2%. Red 7%, green is 2%. So there you go. What color car do you drive? And they said, what is it? 20 years ago, less than 50% of cars were grayscale. I remember the yellows and all sorts of funky colors back then. All right, here's number 3. Studies show, are you one of these? Are you depressed? Don't be depressed. But studies show that people with depression are more sensitive. They're more vulnerable, they said, to the social media effect of receiving likes, right? It says it's like you're lacking real world social interaction, so you get off on these likes. So maybe you post more. They said the brain is starved for rewards. So, you got to work on that. You got to get to the gym. Anybody who's depressed out there, get to the gym. Join a gym, $10 a month. You got to do it. The gym will cure your depression for sure. Or take up yoga. You guys know how I feel about that. We talked about that in the last episode. We talked about anorexia and that stuff, yoga, weightlifting. I think it's crucial. All right, number 4, DSA. You guys know what that is? The Democratic Socialists of America. It's growing. They went from 7,000 people to 120,000 members. That's interesting. It's the biggest socialist organization in the United States. It says it operates as a multi-tendency political and activist organization rather than a formal, well, of course, it's not a distinct party per se, but what do? They seek to reform, reading this, they seek to reform and replace capitalist economy and society with democratic control over the economy and, like I said, the society in general. I don't know about that, but I'm not a socialist, although, hey, I mean, if you are, good for you. But we see what's going on in what, Michigan, Wisconsin. Well, maybe not Wisconsin, but we're seem to be moving in that direction. I did an interview with Ed Winslow. Give a shout out to Ed. Long time ago, it's probably one of my first 10 episodes live, and he was concerned about it living in New York City. All right, how about this? Number 5. This is the last one. We'll finish with it. This is good news. This is great news. I talked about that the other day when I likened anorexia to being an alcoholic. Alcoholism is definitely a disease to me, but this is a study. It says the National Survey of Drug Use and Health. They're calling it alcohol use disorder. And they judge it. I think there's 12 questions they ask, and they judge it based on how many yeses there are to the answers. But this is for people who can't control it. Alcoholism, it's a bad thing. I know it. Most people don't understand that they have a problem. Now, they monitor kids from 12 and up, 12 years old and up. Hey, I remember back when I was probably 8 or 9. I grew up in an old-fashioned Sicilian family where every Sunday we'd go to my grandpa's and we'd have dinner, all of us. And the kids would be in a different room, set up at a table. But in the basement, my grandfather made wine. So I remember, I think I tasted wine when I was 8 or 9 years old, 12 years old. We're in the woods doing Mad Dog 2020. Anybody remember that back in the 70s? Ouch. Anyway, check it out. The good news is it's dropping. Went to 8.9%, down from 10.6%. So from 21 to 25 over those 4 years, it dropped, which is good news. All right. That's great news. That says about 4 million people. Good. Because alcohol, to me, it's poisonous. It's not good. What it does to you, forget about it, making you look old. You're definitely not drinking from the fountain of youth. Hey, for me, guys, on December 2nd this year, it'll be 19 years alcohol free because it just said it didn't work well for me. So I said, I'm out. Anybody could walk away from it. I believe that. All right, guys. That's it for today. Just some fun facts. Let's wrap it up with the 3 Tola takeaways because they're crucial. I believe it, of course. Number 1, you got to respect the ABCs. All body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. Got to eat right. Remember, you can control what you put in your mouth. You can control what you do with your time, or your free time at least, outside of work if you're working. So do it. You got to do it. You got to respect this temple. This is it. You only get one. ABCs. Number 2, pick up the phone. Call somebody. Go see somebody today. Go see somebody this weekend. Spread your love. Spread your goodwill to your community. It's about valuing your community. Hey, guys, this is what I set out to do with this show. It's a show about self-care. It's like a reminder. Self-care. Value your community. And finally, what's the third? Be open-minded. Always be willing to accept another person's opinion. You're not a socialist. That's okay. Hey, at one point, I was a believer in universal income. I think I'll circle back to that in a future date. But whatever it is that your values are, you don't criticize somebody. You talked about that, all the joy stealers. Forget that. Be positive. Hey, I saw this in Indiana. I'm here in downtown Indianapolis. It's really sad. They booed Stephanie White, the coach of the Fever, and she's awesome, doing a great job. How could they boo her in her home court? That's really sad. I give you the old get your shit together. Shouldn't be doing that. I remember going back in the Yankees when the Yankees played Boston. Oh, man, there's a lot of booing going on in those days. Pedro Martinez, oh, my God. Who's your daddy? I remember that. He was really booed. People were really nasty in that stadium. I remember that. But anyway, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. I was never a booer. Again, stay positive. Shed your positivity in the world today. And again, don't judge people for having another opinion. All right, guys. Have an awesome weekend. Definitely get your workout in over the weekend. We'll see you.